In this video, we are going to draw the title block. So just open up a new drawing file and I'm going to type in units, enter, and make sure that my units are in inches. Then I'm going to click OK. Then I'm going to go to the Home tab and I'm going to click this rectangle here. And I'm going to start at 0, 0, enter. And the, let's see here, the length is 10.5 tab, and the width is 7 inches. So 7, enter. All right. Oh, they also said I skipped a step. So we're going to go to layer properties and we're going to create a new layer and we're going to call this title block. We're going to use the default properties and I'm going to set it as my current layer. So click the set as current. I'm going to select the rectangle I just drew and I'm going to move this over to the bottom here. See, we can put that right there. Okay. And then I'm going to change this to the title block layer, escape. Okay, and I'm going to close out of this. So then I'm going to select the rectangle again, and I'm going to click the explode icon so that each of these are individual lines instead of one connected closed profile. And then I'll use the offset and trim tool to create the bottom portion of the title block. So I'm going to go to offset and the distance, I'm going to do 1 inch, enter. I'm going to select the bottom line and drag it up and click. Right. Then I'm going to hit enter and hit enter again to rerun the offset command. I'm going to type in 3 inches. I'm going to grab this line here and I'm going to click here. I'm going to grab it again and click here. And then one more time, grab it one more time and click there, escape. I'm going to go to trim and I'm going to trim all of those lines, escape. I'm going to do offset one more time, but this time I'm going to do 0.5 inches, enter. And I'm going to grab this bottom line and move it up and click. Then I'm going to go to trim and I'm going to trim this line and this line, escape. So this should be your title block so far. And then we are going to change the line weight of the all the lines except these interior lines here. So I'm going to select all of these lines here. So these 5 lines. And in my properties, I'm going to change the line weight to 0.3 millimeters. We cannot see the line weight, so we need to turn it on, and it's going to be using this icon here. If you click there, the line weight will show. If this icon isn't in your status bar, you'll click the customization icon, the 3 lines, and then make sure there's a check next to line weight. If there's not a check, then just click this icon and then this symbol should pop up and make sure that this is turned on. So now you can see that we can see the line weight. Now we're going to go in and add multiline text that is 1 inch. So I'm going to go to my annotate. I'm going to click this arrow for the text style manager. I'm going to modify this height here and make it 0.1 inches. And then click apply. Oh, I'm going to erase the inches symbol. So just type in 0.1, apply, and then close. All right, and then I will add multi-line text. So click the multi-line text. I'm going to make sure to zoom in when you're doing this. I'm going to draw a box like this. And this first one is going to be project title. and then hit Control Enter on your keyboard to close out of that. I'm going to select this and I need to make it longer so it's on one line. To move this around, you'll click this node here, but if you want to make it longer, you just click this arrow and drag it out. And once it's the right width, just click and there you go. And you can keep creating multi-line text, or you can just go to Home, Copy. I'm just gonna click at this top right corner as the base point, and I'm just gonna make sure to zoom in when you're doing this. I'm also gonna turn on ortho mode so everything's aligned. There, okay, so click there. And go over here, put this one in. And then I'll go over here and put that one right here. And then I want to put one right here. So I'll turn off ortho mode and just click there. All right, then escape. Okay, and then to edit this, I'll just double click the that one's good. I'll hit Control Enter to close. I'll double click project title, and this one should say date, Control Enter, double click this one, and this should say designer name, Control Enter. This one should say design name, Control Enter. And this one should say scale, Control Enter. Then we're going to add one more right here that says Collin College. So I'll just copy again, click copy, click this one, enter, specify base point. I'll just specify like right here and then move this about right here. Escape. We want this text size to be 0.17. So we will click on this multi-line text, right click, and then go to properties. And then we will, under text type, change this to 0.17, right? And then we'll close this out. I'm going to double click this and change the text to Collin College, right? Control Enter. And then we want to make this longer. So click the arrow and make sure it's on one line there. Then we'll click the node and move it so it's in this section of the title block. All right, so we have that all good to go. The next step is to add the Collin College logo right there. So in the instructions, it has a website link that you can click that has the logo, and you can just save image. I'm just going to save it to my desktop for now and click save. All right. And then I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to go back to my AutoCAD, and I'm going to click insert, which is in my menu bar. So I need to show it. So I'll click this arrow here and then click show menu bar. And then I'll go to insert. Let's see here. Then raster, image reference. I'll find the reference. So mine was Cougar SM, open. All right. And then you will make sure that says Cougar SM. This is going to be your, let's see here, preview of that. And then we will just click OK. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. Okay, so then I'm just going to insert the image. Just click once and then click again, and your image will be on there. Okay. And so if that didn't work out, you can just always click, select your image, and then delete it and start over if you need. So now we have all of those steps, and we're moving on to 13. The next thing is that we want to remove the square around. So if I go to layout 1, I can see that there's a square around my image, and we just want to remove that. This is more cosmetic. It's not that important. So I'm going to click the model tab again. And then I'm going to go to I'm going to select the image. Then I'm going to go to the modify. I'm going to go to object, image, and frame. And it says, so 1 is for on and 0 is for off. So I'm going to type in 0, enter. Now, if I go to layout 1, there's no frame around it. Okay. Now we're going to add attributes to the title block, which just means that when I actually put this in a layout tab or import it into a layout tab, which we're going to do in a later lab, I can just right when I import this, it will allow you to automatically enter in project title, date, designer name, design name, and scale without adding multi-line text. So that's already ready to go for you with using attributes. So to do the attributes, we're going to click this arrow under block, and we're going to click this icon on the left that says define attributes. Right. And then we're going to enter in title. So this is going to be what, if you hover over it, it will tell you what it is. So this is going to be the tag using any combination of spaces and characters, identifies each occurrence of an attribute in the drawing. Then you have the prompt here, which is what it will tell you to do. And then the default is by default what it will say. The default attribute value. So I'm going to click OK. And then I'm just going to place this right here under project title. You want to make sure you zoom in, because if I don't zoom in, see how it wants to snap to that midpoint right there, the green triangle. So I'm going to zoom in so it doesn't, and then click. Right. And then we're just going to do that again for each section. So I'm going to go to block, define attribute. And this time we're going to do name. Prompt is going to be last name, comma, first name. And default is going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing, the last name, comma, first name. All right, then click OK. And this one is going to go, let's see, right here under designer name, I mean. All right, and then we're going to do that again. So define attribute. Next one is, oh, I skipped date. I'm sorry. So this is going to be date. This is going to be date, and this is going to be mm-dd-1234 year. Then click OK. We'll put this under date. Right, and we have 2 more. This one's going to be design name, and assembly. All right, and we're going to click OK. Okay. Oh, the tag can't have spaces, so we'll just erase the space in between design name and click OK. And then click right here. All right, and one more for scale. So block attribute is going to be scale, and 1:1. Okay. And then you'll just put that one in the middle here. Right. So now we have all of these attributes defined, and we are going to save this. You can just save it wherever, and it's going to be your username. So mine's jbergman_. title block. And then you will save and submit this DWG file that we will use for next week's lab.